a thief, an influencer, and a failed bully. These are just a few of the new season stereotypes. Some of them did a good job, and some of them were just pocket to island material. In today's episode, we're going to put them in one of these 5 categories of the tier list. Just a heads up, some choices are based on personal opinions, so don't roast us too much in the comment section. First off, we will start with Millie. She was kind of annoying with her "I am better than this generation" attitude, and with the fact that she took her friendship with Priya for granted. Until later in the season, she didn't really see her as a friend, but rather as a social experiment. Also, it kind of felt like Millie was carried by Priya all season. Although she made up for her mistakes in the finale, overall, Millie was a lame contestant and doesn't have too much potential for character development in the next season. So, we will put her in the C category. Raj and Wayne. These two were one of this season's biggest surprises. Almost everyone thought that they would be very annoying or boring, but they turned out to be one of the most enjoyable characters. Unlike Katie and Sadie, Raj and Wayne were actually funny and interesting together. Also, Raj's relationship with Bowie and Wayne being supportive was one of the best things in the season. However, at this point they can't be considered main characters because they are too bound with each other. But it would be interesting to see them become more independent of each other in the new season, because that would bring more development to their characters. So these guys go to the B category. Ripper felt like he was designed by the creators to mock the middle school bully stereotype. There wasn't too much going on with his personality and character development. Basically, most of his personality was based on insulting and underestimating the other contestants. However, we gotta give him his props because it was nice to see his bromance moments with Z and Chase. As for character development, his main possibility could be a redemption arc, but it wouldn't be anything new in the series. So unfortunately for you, Ripper, you go to the bottom of the list. Axel was a surprisingly enjoyable character. She was strong, strategic, a good leader, and she cared about the team. Basically, her only flaw was that she was a little too rude with her team during the second episode. However, it was an unfair reason to eliminate her so early, considering that Ripper was an asshole with everyone, and still got a lot further in the game. Probably, if Ripper didn't interfere with her leadership, her team would have won the challenge. It was sad to see such wasted potential in a contestant, but we can hope Fresh TV will give her a more important role in the next season. So Axel goes to the B category in front of Raj and Wayne. Next we have MK. Her sarcastic personality was priceless. Also, her strategy of going under the radar and listening to the other contestants' confessionals was very original. One of her biggest weaknesses was that she didn't try to make any real alliances. She was always on her own, and that made her a target. Probably in the next season, if she allies with a powerful contestant like Bowie or Priya, she might get further in the competition, or maybe even in the finals. Even if she doesn't do that, MK remains one of the most enjoyable contestants from Total Drama 2023. So we will put her in the A category. Bowie definitely was one of the best characters of this season. He was a strong contestant and had a very good understanding of the game. Although he was a little manipulative, he didn't feel like an absolute villain like Heather in Total Drama Island 2007 or Alejandro in World Tour. Instead, he had his caring side, especially in his relationship with Raj. Also, Bowie had his special charisma during the season and felt like a main character. So we will put him in the S category. Now let's talk about his rival in the finale. One of the most interesting decisions the creators took was that despite Priya's training and skills, they didn't make her a winning machine. Don't get us wrong, she was a very strong contestant. After all, she won the season. But the point is that her struggle through the competition made her more well-rounded as a character and added more excitement to the finale. She was that kind of fair play contestant that wanted to win the season without betraying or manipulating someone. Although she definitely felt like a main character, she wasn't as interesting as Bowie, so we will put her in the A category, in front of MK. Chase is just that type of unredeemable character. For a contestant that stayed for so long in the game, most of us would have expected to see more character development in him, but we didn't. Besides his constant drama with Emma and friendship with Ripper and Z, Chase didn't really add much to the show. Also, as a matter of fact, we all know that in the Total Drama universe, the danger standards are set pretty high. But what normal person thinks that cutting the brakes of his girlfriend's car is a great prank idea? So Chase, You can join your buddy in the D category. However, we will put you in front of him. Next we got Nichelle. Her plot twist of not being as capable as she pretended to be was interesting at first, but made her kinda boring right after that. The creators probably thought it would have had a greater impact on us than it actually did. Also, during the seasons, she felt very replaceable, like her presence in the show didn't really change anything. However, she has a lot of potential for character development in the future, especially if she learns to do all that kung fu stuff that she pretended to know in the first season. So we will put her in the C category, in front of Millie. Now, to be fair, we can't really tag Caleb as a bad or good character because this dude had only 6 lines during the entire season, so we don't know anything about his personality. The only thing that we can notice is that he looks like a buffed version of Justin. He seems like the kind of guy that could even raise Sierra up, despite her simping for Cody. However, it is possible that the reason for which the creator decided to eliminate him so early in the season is because he doesn't have any skills or personality traits besides his appearance. But overall, he wasn't a bad character, so he goes to the C category, right after Nichelle. Although Damien didn't really have an interesting personality, he was a very relatable and enjoyable character. He played the role of a reality check that reminded us how hard and dangerous the contest is. Also, he had a lot of character development during the season, when he understood that he is actually capable of competing. Ironically, he was eliminated right after, but it doesn't mean that he can't take a more important role in the upcoming season. Moreover, his moments with Priya give them the potential of being the next season's main couple. So we will put Damien in the B category, right after Raj and Wayne. At first, Emma's hatred for Chase was pretty funny, but it really got boring fast. Although in theory, it was an interesting idea to bring an ex-couple on the same team, this overshadowed both Emma and Chase's personality, especially Emma, because she had the potential to be a really good character. We saw that in the episode Tortoise Rigor Mortis, right after Chase's elimination, when she finally starts focusing on the game. This also made her seem like a main character, not just a random contestant added for drama. For the next season, Emma has a lot of potential in terms of character development, so she goes to the B category, after Damien. It's pretty wild to think that Scary Girl was a fan favorite before the season even came out. She was for sure one of our favorites, and to be honest, she added tons of funny moments to the season, but most of her humor was carried by others' reactions, especially Damien. Sadly, Lauren was one of the most one-dimensional characters in all of Total Drama history. Most of us knew almost instantly that she would be an early boot if she didn't switch up her whole personality, so Lauren goes to the C category after Caleb. Z was just one of a kind. He is probably the most unique contestant of the new season. Even though it was clear that he wasn't one of the main characters of the season, Total Drama 2023 wouldn't be the same without him. Besides the fact that he was fun, he was also kind of weird, and had that stoner vibe that made him even better. It is pretty hard to hate a character like Z, so we will put him in the A category, right after Priya. The last, but certainly not the least, is Julia. She went from Blaney 2.0 to modern times Heather. Julia was the villain this season needed. It was interesting that after her true personality got exposed, she didn't try to make an apology video, but rather accepted what happened and started to behave as she really felt like. She was arguably the best character of the season, and one of the best characters from all Total Drama. For that, we will put her in the S category, in front of Bowie. So this is our tier list, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. How would you rank these contestants? Make sure to tell us in the comments. Thanks for staying until the end. Take care and see you next time with a brand new video.